So you said you disagree with the fact that I said most men marry women they don't love. I'm going to stitch two videos at the end and you can draw your conclusion. Men are transactional and men marry mostly for their benefit. That is why when you ask most men, what do you like about your wife or what do you love about your wife? He will say that, oh, she gives me peace, she's humble, she's submissive, she's a good cook, she takes care of the children, she's homely. These will form the core part of the reasons why most men married their wife, based on what they can get from her or what she does that favors them. I also want to emphasize that I'm not blaming men for choosing to marry women they don't love, because sometimes most of you women are so desperate to be married. You know in your heart that this man does not love you like that. Sometimes you got pregnant and then the option was to be married, and then you decided to marry the man knowing very well he doesn't love you. But for women, you think that when you marry a man, you're good to him, you treat him well, you take care of the home, you're submissive, you're respectful. You think that these qualities will make a man love you in the long run. Most men are not internally motivated. What do I mean by that? You cannot love a man and be nice to him and be good for him to end up loving you. He may appreciate you, but men are not internally motivated. If a man does not have that deep sense of affection and love for you in the beginning, it will be difficult for him to love you in the long run. He might treat you nice, he might appreciate you, but he might never love you. And I'm just saying, women, we are internally motivated. There's a man you might meet, you might not love him from the beginning, but if he's nice to you, treats you well, you begin to realize you're falling deep in love with the man. Most of us women tend to be emotionally driven, and so we are internally motivated, and how we feel about a person or a man in the long term mainly depends on how he treats us and how he handles us. Men are not internally motivated. Like they say, the woman that a man loves is his weakness. Some of you are married to men you have no power over. There are things that can be going on in your life and you tell your husband about it and he doesn't flinch. But there is another woman. When she calls him, it doesn't matter the time that she's in some kind of trouble or she's in a state of emergency and needs his help. Your husband or your man will get up and go rescue that woman. The woman that a man loves is his greatest weakness. We have seen it in the Bible, starting with Adam and Eve, David and Bathsheba, Samson and Delilah, Jacob and Rahel. These are just examples to emphasize the fact that the woman that a man loves is his greatest weakness. I know most of the women would not be happy to hear this, but I'm just here to offer you an informed perspective. My name is Dr. Zita. I'm a sociologist. If you're not following, guess what? Hit the follow button.
A lot of women don't know. Because women enter relationship emotionally, men enter transactionally. Like that guy I told you about now. When he saw 1 million, his love changed. Men marry transactionally, but women marry emotionally. So sometimes women fall in love with for no reason. You want to marry this guy? Yes, I love him. Why? What do you love? I just love him. I asked one of my daughters that was in love. I said, you love him? I said, which work does he do? He said, he has left his job. I said, what's he doing now? He's slightly confused. I said, what was his former job? I don't know. You will never see a man make such gamble. A man needs to know you are going somewhere with your life.
A man will marry a woman even when he has stronger feelings for another woman. And it skews the perception of what's really going on in relationships and creating a more jaded view that I want to try to eliminate by bringing you more clarity on the situation. Oh, and real quick, because let me mention just a couple reasons why some men might choose a woman even though he's not in love with a woman. Reasons can include, well, she's been here so long, you know what, I trust she's not going anywhere, so I'm going to choose her. It could be, she's been here so long and loyal to me, I owe it to her. It could be, my family and friends love her, she's a good girl, or let me just be with her. It could be, you know what, she's the best option outside of the woman I truly have feelings for. And though he may not process it like that exactly, that's essentially what is happening, okay? Or yes, it could be a matter of, this is safe. She's a great woman who provides so many things. And because I'm not in love with her, it actually makes it easier because I don't have to worry about being hurt. And let me see, is there any other ones that come to mind right now? And then babies. Babies is a huge one. You know what I'm saying? Where people just like, all right, well, let me try to make the best out of this or do right by my kids. Or even there are some men who came from broken households and they swore off ever creating one, so that now that they got a woman pregnant, they're like, okay, I have to marry her because I can't keep the cycle going, not realizing you're just making things worse anyway.